How's it going, everyone? So I came across this video about top 20 roguelike and roguelite games of 2024, and I just want to go over see if there's some games I missed, maybe some games you guys missed. I don't know, let's just watch this video together. I'm a huge fan of roguelike games. I have been over, like, it's a new genre I've been like picking up over the past, like, I'm gonna say 5-6 years, and just falling more and more in love with it since more and more games are coming out and putting their little twist on it. So without further ado, let's get into this video, see if we find a gem that we have yet to discover.
Let's get it.
I'm gonna leave the original video in the
You've come to
description
right
below.
place. In this video, we're going to show you the best action roguelike games of the year
Action roguelike
2024.
games.
Please note, some of these games are on early access, but I believe it deserves to be on the list of games of the year 2024.
I haven't seen this game.
So, without further ado, let's get started.
Oh, that's the Prince of Persia game. What is this one?
Dwarven Realms is an action RPG that's going to make you feel like a true hero. You play as a human tasked with saving the world from the return of Lord Archeon, who's out to destroy humanity. The game has 10 unique zones, each with its own vibe and tons of dungeons waiting to be explored. You can
Interesting.
interact with almost everything around you. Want to mine, or to craft weapons, or chop down trees for wood? You can do all that. Crafting is a big deal in this game. It gives you the freedom to create weapons and armor that fit your playstyle. You
Interesting.
can craft items to
Like
make
the
your
concept,
character stronger.
definitely,
and
it's not my
cooler.
vibe of the game,
Plus,
but
there's a skill tree that lets you decide how to grow your character, with profession choices that make you even more unique in battle. Spiritfall is perfect for fans of roguelike and Smash Brothers. The gameplay feels similar to both. You play as a
Definitely looks like
warrior
it.
chosen to uncover why the world is falling apart. Even though it's a roguelike, the mechanics are pretty close to Hades. You get
Oh,
to choose
gotcha.
from 6 different spirits, each with its own unique style. Some spirits buff you, while others apply negative status effects to enemies. You can mix and match to match your playstyle. What's great is that each run lasts about 20 minutes,
not
so you
bad.
can jump in, have fun, and finish in a short amount of time. It's different from Dead Cells, where the levels can sometimes drag on and get boring. Plus, there's a rift phase that makes you feel like you're really playing a platform fighter.
combat looks cool in this game. Oh, here's another one.
RoboBeat is an FPS rhythm game that blends first-person shooter action with the pulsing vibes of a rhythm game. You're not just shooting randomly, you've got to sync your shots with the beat of the music to deal maximum damage.
Maximum
The closer
damage.
you are to the rhythm, the more effective your attacks, making the gameplay super fun and addictive. As a roguelike game, it's packed with tons of weapons and abilities to
boosh,
unlock
boosh.
during each run. This combo keeps every playthrough feeling fresh.
Should beats cooldown.
On top of that, the visuals are stunning, adding to the immersive experience. With its addictive combat, killer soundtrack, and solid gameplay, RoboBeat is the total package for rhythm FPS fans.
Nice. If you're into this kind of like beat games, this game's for you. Not my cup of tea. Would I gravitate to that? No. Now this already is looking
Oblivion
something.
Override is a roguelike game with Metroidvania elements. In this game, you'll play as a rogue AI robot controlling various mech suits to destroy other robots in a post-apocalyptic sci-fi world. The visuals are, honestly, gloomy but incredibly beautiful. The
This was
gameplay
so
is a
good.
fun hack-and-slash experience, especially with the crazy weapons you can use, from swords and axes to more bizarre ones like a chainsaw lollipop and even a frying pan. You'll definitely
Chainsaw
enjoy
lollipop.
discovering a build that suits you, like one that can crit continuously while draining the enemy's HP. This game is somewhat similar to Dead Cells, but with a lot
does
of
look like
unique
Dead Cells.
features that set it apart, especially when it comes to its theme and story.
This game, Oblivion Override. This is the first game that really, so far, has caught my eye.
The Rogue Prince of Persia is still in early access, but you can already see its huge potential.
Boosh.
I mean, this game has all the exciting elements of Dead Cells, but with smooth parkour and movement thrown in. Even though the story is still a bit unfinished, there are plenty of quests and clues that
Damn.
keep you hooked in the game.
Game
The
looks look
gameplay
good.
is seriously fun. There are various weapons you can use, and each weapon has its own unique skills. Some are heavy, some are fast, and this adds variety to every run. On top of that, there are talismans that give you special effects, so you can
The movement looks
strategize
so
and
clean in
find the
this
best
game.
combinations to make your character even
like it.
stronger in each run. And even though it's still in early access, the Rogue Prince of Persia already feels like a roguelike game that's definitely worth trying out.
Bam.
If you're into isometric ARPGs, Into the Necrovale is one you shouldn't sleep on.
Necrovale, huh?
It's a hidden gem that deserves way more attention, especially if you're the type who loves experimenting with builds,
This
or
is
just
another game
wants to
that
dive
catches
into
my
a
eye.
well-crafted dungeon crawler. Think of it as the perfect middle ground. It has the addictive just one more run vibe of Path of Exile, minus the overwhelming complexity. It's got that Chronicle-style indie charm, but still feels fresh, thanks to its wide build variety, dynamic dungeon encounters, and fast-paced gameplay.
Is this game
Now,
called?
while the combat doesn't hit the same level of depth as Hades, the focus here is different.
Into the Necro
The
Veil.
developer leans heavily into the build crafting side of the ARPG genre, and it works beautifully.
I'll write these games down.
Realm of Ink is an action roguelite with stunning visuals
This is a
and a
Hades
lot
clone.
of potential even in its early access phase. If you're into games like Hades,
Yeah, it's
you'll
definitely
definitely
Hades.
feel a similar vibe here.
For sure.
You play as a character named Red, who turns out to be a fictional character from a collection of short stories called Realm of Ink. The gameplay is fast-paced and dynamic. Red doesn't just rely on her sword, she also uses a brush
They
to
might
attack
shine away
enemies
from, like-
or perform special moves. The charged attacks are satisfying.
This is the exact
and you
clone.
can use the environment to your advantage. When you defeat enemies, they bleed ink, which adds a really cool visual effect. There's also an NPC who sells food to heal your health and provide buffs, along with active and passive items you can customize to fit your playstyle.
Yeah, what the heck? This is a
Wizard
game.
of Legend 2 is the sequel to the highly popular first game among...
This is a game that I wanted to be great, but it has a ton of mixed reviews on Steam. That I am going to wait on this game. I was going to buy early access. They said co-op wasn't going to be available on like day one of early access. So I was like, bump it. And then a bunch of people are giving it mixed reviews, repetitive, and other things they were saying negative about the game. Luckily, it's in early access, and they have room to grow. And we'll see.
roguelike fans.
This looks
The
awesome.
game is still in early access, but the trials are getting harder, the spell system is deeper, and only the most overpowered players can earn the title of Wizard of Legend. What keeps the game fun is the co-op mode. You can play with up to 3 other friends, backing
Yeah.
each other up in the trials and causing chaos together.
Yeah, that was just
If
added
you love
recently.
roguelikes and don't mind the repetition and early access bugs, go for it. But if you're looking for a more polished roguelike experience, it's better to wait for a major update or
Yeah.
the full release.
Might do
There's
that.
still plenty of room for improvement. If the developers can fix the pacing, relic system, and map content, this game could be truly epic.
Yeah, those are all the things I heard that were negatives about this game. It looks badass.
Rabbit and Steel is a game that mixes raiding mechanics from MMORPGs with the roguelike style, but in a cute small 2D format. You'll experience the thrill of teaming up to defeat giant, tough bosses, but with a much simpler and more fun approach. The game offers a variety of character classes to choose from, like Wizard, Assassin, Heavy Blade, and Druid. Plus, you can unlock even more classes after taking down certain bosses. The
Spread
gameplay
out.
is similar to survival-like games, but instead of fighting tons of mobs, you'll focus on taking down 1 or 2 big bosses and learning their attack patterns. Each class comes with special and defensive skills, which means you'll
Interesting.
need to manage cooldowns carefully to protect yourself and your team. Nova Drift, a game that's been in development for 10 years by Chimeric, has finally released its 1.0 version on Steam. You'll
10
get
years?
nostalgic vibes reminiscent of playing Asteroids, but with more complex and modern gameplay. The game takes the classic Asteroids concept and adds a roguelite twist.
Nice.
So, you'll be piloting your spaceship from a top-down perspective, blasting enemies with cool weapons, and grinding XP to level up. Nova Drift also offers a ton of upgrade options.
Whoa.
For instance, you can add a missile launcher that gets increasingly sophisticated. You can modify it to shoot faster bullets, spread shots, or even set enemies on fire. The crazy number
It
of
was blinked.
combinations available lets you build your ship exactly how you want.
Whoa. Whoa. The blinking is pretty badass.
Lost Castle 2, a must-try beat-em-up roguelite. This game is a sequel to the original Lost Castle. The
Lost
art
Castle.
style is super cool, with cute 2D cartoon graphics that still deliver an intense feel when you're playing. In this game, you'll face hordes of enemies, and you and your team have to fight them all off before moving forward. There are tons of weapons to choose
I like
from,
beat 'em up games.
so you can find
I was
and
gonna
pick
do a
the one
beat
you
'em
like
up
the
video
most.
today.
Even though
Might do
it's
that
still in early access,
next
the
week
gameplay
or
feels polished and smooth,
early next week. We'll see.
offering all the features you'd want right out of the gate. No need
looks
to
like
wait around to
Rotwood.
dive in. If you're into beat 'em ups, I highly recommend this one. It's super easy to pick up, whether you're playing solo.
If you guys haven't looked into Rotwood, Check out Rotwood on Steam. Beat 'em up, side scroll like this. Awesome. Up to 4 players. Good game.
Solo or with friends.
It's still in early
and
access.
perfect for quick gaming sessions whenever you've got the time. Magicraft is basically a fantasy action roguelike game all about crafting epic magic spells. The game focuses heavily on exploration and experimenting with your builds. You'll start with a wand or grimoire, each with its own unique stats.
Grimoire.
From there, you can customize your wand with spells that let you do things like scatter projectiles, summon
Not a game that I
allies,
would be
or make
into.
your shots ricochet all over the place.
I
Watching
don't know if
your
you got to
spells
tell my
interact
style
and
that I
create
like.
wild combos is
This ain't
super
it.
satisfying and makes your damage output absolutely insane. Visually, it has a vibe similar to Don't Starve, but with every spell with amazing visual effects.
Why's the character look so weird?
Halls of Torment has
Yes.
officially left early access, and the game is looking absolutely
This game is
stunning.
amazing. This game is a blast. Let's go.
Diablo vibes mixed with roguelite elements similar to Vampire Survivors. The visuals alone will hook you immediately. It's a true throwback to old-school gaming nostalgia, but still
the
feels
feels.
fresh for today's audience.
It does.
The game features 7 unlockable characters, each with a totally unique gameplay style. Since it's a roguelike, the gameplay loop is super addictive. Every run feels different
Look at
thanks
that.
to its roguelite elements, and the missions keep the experience from getting repetitive. And here's the best part. Halls of Torment isn't just for PC. You can also play it on your phone, whether you're on Android or iPhone.
Oh, nice. How does it look worse? How's the Torment's not that crazy, I don't think.
Buckshot Roulette is a fun little game that's worth your attention.
Oh, Jesus.
This game keeps you thinking and on edge, but it's also super addictive. Basically, it's like playing Russian roulette, but with a shotgun. Don't worry though, it's just a game. Here's how it works. There are empty shells and live rounds randomly loaded into the shotgun chamber. You've got to be smart with your moves because shooting an empty shell lets you skip the dealer's turn. But if you mess up, well, get ready to watch your monitor flash as it shows your remaining lives. Pretty straightforward, right? The game also has cool items to spice up the strategy. From cigarettes that heal you, to magnifying glasses that let you peek inside the chamber, and even tools that can swap live rounds with empty shells or vice versa.
Interesting concept. I heard about this game.
Witchfire just hit
Witchfire.
early access, but honestly, this game already feels epic. It nails the blend of FPS and roguelite elements.
The only thing
What
I don't
makes
think
it
my
stand
PC
out
can
is
handle
its
this
focus
game.
on pure skill.
That's why I've stayed
You'll
away from
rely
it.
on precise aiming and smart positioning in
Or,
chaotic
like,
battlefields
play it well,
full
I
of
would say.
explosions and intense lighting effects. The weapons, like the hand cannon and bolt-action rifle, are
This looks
super
cool.
satisfying to use, especially when paired with forbidden magic that adds a mystical vibe to the whole experience.
That's my
Plus,
like a
the stamina
Destiny in
system
a way.
keeps things flexible,
Like
letting
if
you
Destiny was
adapt
like a
in the heat of the
roguelike and it
fight.
was this in
Even
this
though the
environment,
content is still limited
the
in
gameplay
early
reminds me
access,
of it.
Witchfire clearly has a strong foundation to become one of the standout roguelite FPS games.
Boom, boom. Yeah, definitely like.
BlazBlue Entropy Effect is not the usual BlazBlue you know.
This
While
game
the
looks
regular
cool.
BlazBlue is more of an anime fighter with a mind-blowing story, here you get a roguelike action game with familiar BlazBlue characters.
BlazBlue.
The combat feels smooth, responsive, and each character plays differently. You can mix elements and effects to create some crazy builds. For example, you can combine fire and poison for combos,
Yeah,
or
the
add
art-
extra
art
damage
style looks
every
amazing in
time
this
you
game.
dodge. This variety
Fluid?
keeps the game from getting
The
boring
shadows?
because there's always something new to try. Mid-game, you'll enter Space Omega, a branching map like a Metroidvania. The challenge ramps up here, with intense boss fights and some mini-games to try.
Damn. This game. I have to try this game out. Oh, yes.
Deep Rock Galactic Survivor is
Great game.
honestly a super polished game, even though it's still in early access. You can't just kite enemies around like in similar games. Sometimes you literally have to mine your way out when you're cornered, which gives off a really intense, claustrophobic feeling. Mining isn't just for surviving. It's also for finding precious minerals that help upgrade your gear. What's interesting is that the game isn't just about surviving as long as possible. There are 5 levels you need to conquer. Each level has a mini-boss, and the final level has a mega-boss. But after you finish mining, or killing all the bugs, you need to get back to the drop pod before time runs out. If you don't, you lose all your progress. Stressful? Yes. Fun? Absolutely.
Boom. I thought Survivor like. Oh, Windblown. Amazing game.
Windblown, it's a new roguelike game from Motion Toy.
Amazing game. If you
The
guys haven't
same
tried,
team that brought us
listen, if you haven't tried Windblown, maybe wait for version 1.0. But right now, this game is awesome. If you're just waiting for the release, do so. If not, jump into early access. You're going to have a fun time. That's all I got to say.
the hit game Dead Cells. Even though it's still in early access, it's already showing signs of being the next big thing in the genre.
It's great,
The
man.
gameplay is super fast-paced. You have to keep moving, dashing left and right, and attacking enemies on each island. Co-op is also super easy to jump into.
It is.
I've joined random games a few times, and they were all smooth. Other players are fun to team up with. We share health, weapons, and take down enemies together. If you've
Whoosh.
played Dead Cells, you'll recognize the weapon system. It has passive effects, elemental damage, and it gets more powerful when you chain
Damn.
combos. It's a simple but very effective system.
They move fast. They're encouraged to move fast in this game. Like, you have unlimited dodges and they go super fast. Yes.
Raven's Watch is easily one of the most exciting roguelike games I've played
It's a
recently.
blast.
Right from the start, it hits different, like a
does.
mix between Hades and Diablo. This
Yep.
game is a blast to play solo or with friends.
Guys, I've always talked about Raven's Watch in my videos comparing to other games. Raven's Watch is, I think it's on a league of its own in the matter of co-op roguelike hero fighter or hero that gets us like the hero character. It's something special. Please check this game out. Support them. They made a great game. It's on PC and consoles.
Unlocking cool characters with their
Do it.
unique abilities and skills is super fun.
It's unlock new
Each hero
characters.
has their own play style, and leveling
There's a
them up
progression
is a real
system.
treat. When it comes to gameplay, Raven's Watch offers tons of options to customize your experience. There are 4 difficulty levels, plus modifiers that make the game easier or harder.
Yep.
The music is also intense. Each character has their own battle theme, which makes it feel more personal.
They update
Once
the
you start
bosses, they have
playing,
new skill
you'll feel
sets.
fully immersed, like you're actually in their world.
Yeah, check this game out. I like what they did with the bosses. They updated the bosses so like the bosses don't have like the same attack patterns every single time. Like now it's like shifted, so like the same boss, but the movement patterns or attack patterns are different, or attack moves are different, and so it keeps that twist on like, what am I gonna get this time when I fight this boss? It's gonna be like the OG. It's gonna be a mixture of the OG and something new, or is it gonna be all new? It's like you get that 3-layer system. All right, let's keep going. Hades 2.
Hades 2, just like before, puts you into a game world where you
Is
gather
it wrong to
upgrades
say I like
while
Hades
taking
1
down
better
enemies in each room
as of
until
now?
you face a boss fight. Hades 2 offers many more options, from
I like the
keepsakes from
speed of
gods,
Hades 1 better, I
weapons,
think.
and gathering
The
tools
shield
to
was my jam.
prophecies and incantations. This time, you play as Milanoe, the princess of the underworld. Your mission to defeat Kronos in Tartarus, or take on his forces on the surface. The
Oosh.
combat is super smooth with new Omega abilities that literally turn you into a wrecking machine. I found myself experimenting with each run without getting bored. Hades 2 is truly the full package with polished gameplay,
It's a great
an
game.
emotional narrative, and endless replayability. You won't get bored, especially with new weapons, areas, and features coming during early access.
Oosh. Oh my god. That's it.
And that's it for today.
That's it.
What do you think about this list? If you know another best action
Some
roguelike
games that I
you
didn't
think
know
deserve a spot
existed.
here,
I'm gonna leave the channel in the description below. Give them a like. Check out the original video. I'm glad I watched this video because there's some roguelikes that I did not know existed, and now I do, and I want to try them out and play them. So that's always a plus. A video could show you that. Gives a big thumbs up for me. All right, guys. Love you to pieces. Let me know what you thought of this video. Then let me know if you want more reactions like this, or just, you know, trying to highlight games that I enjoy and the genres I enjoy, and see if you guys enjoy them as well. Because I know a lot of you guys do love the PoE and ARPGs. Let me know if you guys are into roguelikes as well. I have a blast with roguelikes. I have a blast with ARPGs. Anything I could build up my character. So I see there's the correlations with ARPGs and roguelikes because like building a character. ARPGs are this building a character over time for longer, and roguelikes are just building a character for a short period of time, trying to get as strong as fast as possible in the playthrough. So there's a correlation there. One's like a sprint, one's a marathon. All right, guys, love you to pieces. Give a thumbs up, give a subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you saw any game that you liked or would like to try. Awesome video this guy made. Take it easy, save and save rise. Also, let me know if there's any roguelikes that weren't on this video that you loved and maybe I haven't heard of yet. Leave it in the comments below. All right, guys, love you to pieces. Stay rising. Thank you for all the support on this channel. You guys are amazing. Till next time, peace. Oh, yeah.